Tuti, hogy lesznek ma jó sorozatok az ID-n. Aha, biztos. Tudod mi a legjobb sorozat? Tudod mi volt a legjobb sorozat az életemben? Az Alfa. Vasárnap, de már múltkor is volt a Viasat 3-on. Az egy nagyon jó film. Nekem a vége tetszik nagyon. Amikor megszületnek a kölykök, farkas kölykök.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Fields. Robinson's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 6 catches, 73 yards.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Fields going to get this to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 17 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He finds Corey Davis. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But
laying out is Davis, and he's got the football.
Now let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. It's the time.
7-7, our score after 1. Gordon, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Fields on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That's to the veteran tight end Carter Landry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And some room to work. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. It's Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Airing one out for Crowder. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. His throw incomplete. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Crowder. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he made.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And oh, what a catch at the 2. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Fields. Flushed out right, finding room to the 20. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 2nd and goal, Fields. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. As the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And all the way down to the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He'll drop to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Bengals who are out in front. Tyler Boyd, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And that one is at halftime, as they've got the lead over the visiting Detroit Lions. Kirk Cousins, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far, as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting 49ers out in front. A touchdown pass for Trey Lance in that one. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Back to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. From the gun, here's Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A give, this is Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Back to Montgomery on second down. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. Crowder now to return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian.
He's got a man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. Big yardage that time for the Jets. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And some space here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Fields. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Fields. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To the air again, Fields. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Running for it, Montgomery. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Fields now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jared Davis able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Fields throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. So now Fields and the Bears down by 2 touchdowns, 2:16 to play. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here's Fields. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. That catch good for only a couple. From the 45 on 2nd down, Fields. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Eluding the pressure right. Caught right side, Davis. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's the tight end Landry. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And they take a knee. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. From the 36, Fields. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll